What's up, everyone? I thought I'd do another prediction reading, and this one is going to be about whether the United States will descend into um, a second civil war, or will we begin to go to war with ourselves in the United States. This might also attribute to the current migrant crisis that we're experiencing in the United States. So, my prediction is this could be the onset with the migrant crisis happening, that it could cause the United States to descend into civil war. But I'm going to do this prediction with tarot card readings. The first one that I'm going to do is from the Lucifer deck, and that's an oracle card reading. So that's from the Lucifer deck. A knockoff Rider Waite tarot card. This will be the actual reading for the tarot of it. And then for another oracle reading, I'm going to use the Angel Lyrium Oracle of Emanations. So move these over here, and I will do, let's see, we'll do it like this. And do 3 cards of the tarot and 1 of each for the oracle cards. I truly believe that the United States is at the precipice of descending into some type of civil war, or we're at the onslaught of that. And a lot of that has to attribute to the extremism between the left and the right. And so what I'm trying to decipher is how soon, or will we see civil war erupt in the United States anytime soon in the near future while Trump is president. I'll do a 3-card spread for this. And one more time. Because as of right now, the United States is really on shaky ground, and so our stability has been rocked ever since the start of the presidency. So with this, the first one is the 6 of Wands, and so this guy is riding triumphantly after, say, some type of battle or issue, but he was triumphant enough to be victorious and to succeed, and as you can see, there are citizens around here that are surrounding him, and he has a wreath of triumph and victory. So that could be interpreted in a lot of ways, that there is some type of triumph that's going to entail with the result of this. The second card, okay, that's in the reverse. Well, that's the 7 of Swords, and what he's doing is he's sneaking off with pretty much as he can with him, although he's leaving two behind. He's taking what's his, basically. So, you know, you have this person sneaking swords, but it's in the reverse. So, in essence, it would have been like kind of like a looting card in a way, but at the same token, it's in the reverse. So that could mean that it's something negative, that someone is falsely taking victory for because when we look at the first card, the Six of Wands, we can see that that someone is riding into victory, and everybody's got their wands standing up in praise of what's happening. And then there's this kind of like sly stealingness in this, like, because it's in the reverse, it's not something it's gonna be good, but at the same time I can see it as being, you know, what is finally resulting and being achieved can be taken with those riches. So, but it's in the reverse, so, you know, it could mean something completely opposite of that too, in which it's kind of more of a bad card in a way, to a lesser degree, like stealing or something, you know, or to that degree. Let's look at the next card. Alright, now there's gonna be, oh geez, this is kind of like the result of what I've expected. Now that there is some victory, say, towards the immigrant crisis, if, say, Trump is able to find, you know, doing something successful, then there's this decline in the civilization, decline where people might start looting, but then there's, like, you know, the fight and the war towards the end in the Five of Swords, where you see this guy is victorious, that there is going to be a side that's victorious, that the losing side will have to retreat eventually to save them. But at the same token, you know, I don't know if the red has anything to insinuate, say, in this close, you know, but at the same time, you know, you're seeing in the Five of Swords that something's retreating, that they're like, it's been won, it's finally happened, you know, one side has won and one side has lost, and so it's pick up your spoils and go, kind of like, you know, victory, whatever has happened has happened. I'm gonna draw another card. Oh, the Fool. Well, the Fool is not in the upright position, it's in the upside down position. So there's something really foolish about this sense of war that it has occurred, because it, you know, the Fool is someone that is kind of like a vagabond that goes through life and just experiences it, you know, as they go. They don't have any set goals or any idea of where the day will take them. They just venture out. Since it's in the reverse, it means stuff like ignorance, you know, and stupidity, and, you know, being what it is, the Fool. I'm going to draw another card. Okay, so say there is this civil war inside, and the side that wins, you know, comes to the realization that it was a foolish thing. Then you got the Ten of Wands, in which it's saying, you know, now is the time to rebuild or to take repercussions for one's own actions. That what was done would have to eventually be fixed. And it's time to get up and do what was undone or broken. It's time to fix everything. And I'm going to do a final card for this. Okay, this is a good card. So, like in the conclusion, when we look at the Nine of Cups, this guy sees prosperity, and there is prosperity. So what will await is, say that we do have this civil war that does erupt. Prosperity in the end is what is going to be achieved through the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups will be the final conclusion if, say, a civil war does erupt out of the migrant crisis. Okay, I'm going to leave those cards there, and then we're going to do a Lucifer Tarot, and I'm going to explain through that oracle what we can expect through the demons of our actions and our behaviors. So let me quickly shuffle these. What I'm going to do is just, right, and who do we have here? Alright, we have Nakashiran, number 81. And I'll read you what the evil has resulted from that. So this is the evil that will result. Arcana 81. Nakashiran, the ninth prince. Nakashiran rules Sagittarius and is the commander of the element of earth. He appears as a sizable snake with the head of a wild dog whose saliva contains deadly poison, lethal for humans and gods alike. His barking is deafening and his glance can paralyze one's will. Zodiac sign, Sagittarius. Month, December. Subordinate lords, Orias, Orobus, Ose, Phoenix, Paimon, Person. Cast, warriors. Mystic name, Agahivan. Hidden name, Iha. Digital code, 75. Sacral number for summoning, 105. Initiation, March 16th. Magical characteristics, determining the outcome of judicial proceedings, intruding into religious groups, skilled in international relations, predictive properties, legal problems, possibly caused by the harassment of religious institutions are impending. So this has something to do with religion and how, dealing with causing problems and like it said, I'm sorry, let me reread the last part. Okay, yeah, legal problems possibly caused by the harassment of religious institutions are impending. So this would be the demon of the situation in regards to if we were to have a civil war in the United States as a result from the migrants coming in, or all the things that are happening, the instability and such. So now we'll do the Angelarium, which is the angel card. We'll see what it says. And this would be like the angel that we would need, like in both situations, to summon one, to summon a demon and summon an angel. So understanding the situations of what is going to result if a civil war does break out. It looks positive. I'm not saying it's negative, but because at the total end result that we see with the Nine of Cups, there is prosperity in the end. So here's the angel card. Okay, Chokma, right eye wisdom. So Chokma, right eye wisdom. Okay, so this is Chokma, right eye equates wisdom. The second emanation, a vessel to hold that which is precious. The first gate out of potentiality and a step into the realm of the known. Chokma is the first moment a newborn child opens its eyes. That child's first steps and first words. He is the beginning of a lifelong journey whose path disappears over the horizon. Where Keter is the pen that hovers over the page, Chokma is the moment of contact. From nothing, wisdom is formed. To have insight into that which is not known is a gift that is not bestowed lightly. The gray orb. So, the gray orb. Yes, there is a gray orb in there. I'm not seeing it. Maybe that's the gray orb right there. Breaks the surface of our consciousness. So, this is wisdom. I think, and it says, descending from the summit of the tree, we see it, duality begin to form. Chokma sits atop the pillar of mercy, forming the first masculine aspect of the diagram. Its partner, Bina, opens next to reveal the two eyes through which we see the world, found in birth, intuition, and the subconscious. So, Chokma is found in things like birth, intuition, and subconscious. But at the same token, gaining wisdom out of what our experiences are, and what we choose to do and act, and having repercussions for our actions, and knowing that maybe sometimes we can't have our cake and eat it too. So when we look at these things, the destruction of, well, it says religious institutions from like the negative aspect of a demon, bringing down these institutions that have destroyed civilizations, to Chokma coming to a realization, in the right eye being the first form, from Keter being the top, to wisdom being the right eye, in the first, understanding of our actions, um, do have repercussions. So this is the reading. Should the U.S. go down and come to a civil war, and how the results will be played out when that does happen. So yeah, I hope it's. Doesn't look like it's a bad reading. It looks like the type of reading where we learn something about ourselves, and we understand ourselves on a deeper level. Should America? I mean, the stability of America is already, on the verge of collapse. So, this is what we can expect. So, that's what I have to say. All right.